A quick look at the market, God willing. Today is the last day of the weekly candlestick, and there are 13 hours left until the close. We've noticed some cryptocurrencies beginning to recover, but most of the market has yet to move strongly. Among the currencies that have moved are AR, XLM, Stellar, and HBAR, which has also begun to move. Today's weekly candlestick close is quite normal, and after the close, we may see a correction of up to 15% in the currencies that have risen at the beginning of the new week. This is possible. Of course, selling a currency just because of the possibility of a 20% correction is not appropriate. On the contrary, this is an opportunity for those who haven't yet bought to enter this correction. When a currency has risen 13% from the bottom, for example, and begins to form a bullish weekly candlestick, it is normal for it to experience a correction of between 20% and 30% before returning to the upside. This has happened more than once in the past. The weekly correction then opens a second impulse wave. If you've been monitoring the market and haven't entered yet, you should wait for the new week to open. With a correction of approximately 20%, this is an excellent buying point. However, if you're already in the market and own the coin, don't exit now, waiting for the price to drop and then buy back in, because you simply can't guarantee that it will. It's possible that the new week will start with an immediate rise, and the coin will continue for another week of rising without any correction. Therefore, entry advice is only for those who haven't bought yet, or for those looking for buying opportunities. A coin like Stellar has reached a strong resistance area, and the price is currently at 42 or 43 cents. We may see a correction to 34 cents. And this is the right place to buy, a 20% drop. Those who own these coins now shouldn't sell. As I said, next week could see an immediate rise, and the coin may reach its peak before any correction. So for those who haven't bought yet, I'd like to say wait for the correction, then enter. The same applies to HBAR. If you see a weekly red candle and a 20 to 25% correction, this is an excellent entry opportunity. HBAR may reach the 26-cent resistance today, and a correction may occur at the beginning of next week, providing a second opportunity to buy from the bottom. In short, the correct buy is either from the bottom or after confirmation of the bottom's breakout and the emergence of a correction. But don't buy the coin during its sharp rise, because it could immediately reverse by 20%. Wait a couple of days for the new week to begin, and you may see a suitable 20% correction and enter with confidence, God willing. What happened with HBAR, Stellar, and Ripple will happen again with the rest of the market. So patience is crucial. We are currently emerging from the bottleneck, and this is the transition phase. Some cryptocurrencies have begun to react and exit the bottom. Therefore, those who own coins should not exit and should not say, I will sell and buy after the correction. because no one can guarantee it will happen. So far, all weekly candles have been consistently bullish. Why don't we expect this movement to continue? The ball is now in your court. Anyone who decides to enter the market at this time must be prepared to endure a 20% reversal and be patient. Focus on the coins that haven't yet risen. Don't chase the ones that have exploded. The market hasn't fully moved yet. There are many coins still at the bottom, such as DOGE, APT, and WLD. These are your opportunity now, not the ones that have risen and reached resistance. Sifting through the market, you'll find that most of it hasn't moved. The coins that have risen are very few, such as AR and XLM. The rest are still in their early stages. Tip: don't sell just to make a 20% profit or anticipate a corrective downward trend. If you're a long-term investor, leave your portfolio as is. Don't exit just because of an expected correction. If you want to trade, only do so in a quarter or a third of your portfolio, and keep the rest as a long-term investment that you don't touch. Any currency that suddenly explodes and you sell it out of greed to buy back after a correction may surge without giving you a second chance. The market is unforgiving to the hesitant. Keep your portfolio divided. An investment portion that you don't touch and a speculative portion that you can use to buy and sell. Finally, don't be alarmed if some trades turn out to be 20 to 30% negative. This is quite normal in the cryptocurrency market. We're talking about multiples of returns, X, not a 10 to 20% difference. Patience is crucial, and smart investing depends on time, your entry, good portfolio management, and avoiding rash buying or selling.